Well, students, today we are going to discuss the another important topic of MEd. This is the research problem, right? Under this topic, we will understand concept and meaning of research problem, sources of research problem, selection of research problem, defining or statement of research problem, formulations of research problem, delimitation, characteristics of good research problem, and preparations of a research proposal. Okay. So basically today we will discuss about the research problem. Preparation of a research proposal we will do the in the next lecture. Last time we finished the two topic. One is educational research, meaning, importance and scope, and types of research. There are three types of research, right? Fundamental and action research and applied research. Okay. So first we understand what is the meaning of a research problem. Guys, this is a very important topic. Okay, and you must understand that research problem is the very first step in the research process. Okay, research always starts with the problem. If there is a no problem, there would be no research. Okay, already I have given you a one example. Today we are looking the mobile phone, new cars. These all are the product of the research. Okay, we face some of the problem. Okay, we solve these problems with the help of the research. So research problem is the very first step in the research process. You all are going to become a teacher or principals. Okay, you deal with the education and sisters, and education is a full of problem, guys. Everywhere you go, there is a problem in the sometimes methods of the teacher. Okay, problems in the curriculum, right? Problems in the students, how to manage it. So there are so many problems, right? And research always starts with the problem. That's why research problem is the very first step in the research process, right? Research problem means questions that researcher want to answer. Okay, you are the researcher, you are the scholar, right? These questions can become a research problem or research topic for your study. In a statement about an area of concern, a conditions to be improved, a difficulty to be eliminated. A research problem is exactly that, a problem that someone would like to research. According to Kerlinger, one definition is given by the Kerlinger on the research problem. A problem is an interrogative sentence or sentence that asks what relations exist between two or more variables. The answer to questions will provide what is having sought in the research. Right? Now see example of research problem. Okay. For example, if I write, if the question is, what impact does social media have on people's mind? Right? See the statement very carefully. What impact does social media have on people's mind? Guys, it can be a problem, it can be a statement, but you cannot say this is a research statement. Okay, because research is a systematic activity, right? Then this is the problem. You have to work on that sentence to make it research problem. Okay, so first read this sentence. What impact does social media have on people's mind? Okay, so basically the question arises, how do you transform these questions into the research problem or a research topic? Okay, again, what type of a social media do you like to study? It is written na social media impact on the people's mind. What type of a social media? There are so many platforms of a social media, right? And again, there is another problem. Specify people's age, right? People are, children are people, adolescents are people, adult are people, aged persons are people. On which person social media impact more and more? Then what kind of impact? What kind of a effect? Okay, either psychological effect, either physically effect. Is it social or psychological or economic effect? So from that statement, Okay, it can be a statement, it can be a problem, but guys, always remember, it cannot be a research problem. Neither it can become a research topic, because research, last time we have finished the topic educational research and research. We have come to know that research is a systematic inquiry to solve a particular problem, to provide a solution. It is a systematic inquiry. So now, being of, now we refine this statement, right? If the question is, now you see, what impact does daily use of Facebook have on the study attention of under 19s, right? Again, read the statement, bottom one. What impact does daily use of Facebook have on the study attention of under 90s? Ab now dekho, lot of things are going to be cleared. This question defines its concept clearly. It is a researchable through both qualitative and quantitative research method. Why? See on the next slide. Why? Because, now we have come to know that, okay, matlab social media, we have come to know that Facebook, okay, and people, we have come to know that under 90s means adolescents. Now, right? So guys, here, from that way, you have to refine your, research problems, right? Now, the question arises, sources of research problem, right? Yeah, research topic. What are the sources? So there are so many sources of a research problem. Classroom teaching, there is a lot of problem in the classroom teaching, right? It can be a defective method of the teacher, right? It can be a, problem of the student also. It can be a problem of the syllabus also, problem of the seating capacity, problem of the light, problem of the noise. There are so many problems can come in the classroom teaching. So being of teacher and principal, this is your duty to find out that problem and to provide the solution. That's why this research paper is in your syllabus. Being teacher, being principal, you should have a research attitude as well as aptitude. Guys, if you have a research aptitude and research attitude, so always you will not lose your temper. You will take the decision, you will go to the root cause, okay? Then you will come to know that this is a root cause, I have to solve this systematically, right? So what are the sources of research problem? Classroom teaching, consultation with research supervisor, classroom lecture, class discussion, seminar reports, critical appraisal of literature, previous research, existing theories, performance improvement activities, social issues, brainstorming, intuition, folklores, exposure to field situation, consultation with expert. So there are so many areas of a research problems, okay, right? So these are the sources of a research problems. Next question arises, selection of a research problem. Okay, now you have come to know that these are the sources of the research problem. I have to select the topic, any one of the topic. But guys, selection of a research problem, how you have to select? Okay, so number one, personal inclination. So it is always said that in the research, you should take the problem if you have the personal inclinations on of particular topic, right? Because up to the 2 years in the case of a MEd, and in the case of a PhD up to the 3 years, you have to work on that particular topic. Then it is very much, you have to be careful while selecting a topic, because you cannot leave the topic in the midway. Because I have seen many of the persons, sometimes they select a wrong topic. Okay, so always, what kind of a topic you have to select? Selection of a research problem, how you have to do? Even you have the personal inclination, okay, then resource availability, relevance. Resource availability means sometimes, what happens, you have chosen a such kind of a topic, later on after the 6 months, after the 1 year, you have come to know that you are not getting the resource. you are not getting the tools of that problem. So guys, it is a wastage of your 1 year, as well as time, as well as energy and money also, right? Research knowledge, practicality. Always select a problem which is practical, because you know that MEd is a 2-year course. Okay, select the problem which will be finished within a 1 year, 1.5 year. Okay, sometimes 7 or 8 months, right? Timelines of the problem, right? Data availability. Okay, there should be availability of a data. Sometime you have selected a research topic or research problem related with any of the education's data, but after some times, after 4 or 5 months, or after a 1 year, you have come to know that you are not getting the data. Okay, so then it again it comes a problem. Urgency, feasibility, area culture, ethical issues, right? So guys, what we are doing today, we are doing the today now we have to select any one of the topic, any research problem. But before selecting the research problem, before selecting the research topic, okay, these all things we should have in the mind, because we should be know that in the semester 4 of the MEd, right, you have to submit a one thesis. Okay, so that from starting point you should be clear everything, that so that it doesn't happen after a 1 year you change it, or last 6 months. Okay, because on that time, that time was on that time, due to the shortage of time, you cannot write your thesis, right? So that, because in a fourth semester you are supposed to submit the thesis, so then you should know all the how you have to select the research problems and others, right? Okay, next question arises, defining statement of the research problem. Okay, now first you have come to know about research problem, then you have to come to know about the sources of research problem, then you have come to know selections of research problem, how we have to select. Okay, then how you have to define. Hence, once a research problem has been identified, the research problem needs to be defined. The definition of a problem amounts to specifying it in detail and narrowing it down to workable size. For example, what impact does daily use of Facebook have on the study attentions of under 90s? Guys, you can see that this example I'm giving you at the starting of the lecture. Now I have refined my statement. Okay, so what kind of refinement I have got? Number one, I have come to know that social media, basically, right? Facebook is a social media. Okay, okay, specifying people age are 90, what kind of 19, what kind of effect social and psychologically. Now it is clear in my mind, I'm hypothesizing, right? Hypothetical, I'm thinking, okay, if Facebook having the effect of attentions of under 90s. Okay, now all the variables are clear in my mind. Now the thing is clear in my mind, if Facebook impact on to which students? Adolescents. Okay, so guys, it can be a my research topic. I have to work on it. Okay, and what kind of a effect social media, Facebook having on the adolescents? I can suggest of any of the questionnaire, and the high class students, I can give the questionnaire, I can get the data, interpret the data, and I can present the report. Okay, so while you have to select a research problem, these all things you should keep in your mind. Everything should be clear. Okay, next, what are the characteristics or statement of the research problem? Defining of research problem or statement of research problem. The number one, the research problem is to be adequately and clearly phrased and stated, right? Be sure that the topic chosen is neither too vague nor too broad in scope, right? Research problem should be simple, clear, and straightforward, neither hiding anything nor over speaking anything. The language should be a simple, clear, and straight. It should address a gap in knowledge. It should be significant enough to contribute to the existing body of research. It should lead to the further research. Okay. The problem should render itself to investigation through collection of data, right? What impact does daily use of a Facebook have on the study attention under 90? Right, guys? So, देखो, this statement, okay, is completing our all the characteristics. Okay, it is matching with all the characteristics, features of a good research problem. Okay, formulations of research problem. Now, the next step is research is a systematic step. I'm taking your lecture systematically. I'm doing that. Okay, so every lecture is connected with the previous lectures. Always you have to keep in mind. Okay, my next lecture would be the review of related literature. After that, I will start the lecture of hypothesis. Then I will start the lecture of a sampling, then interpretations of the data, right? So now the next step is formulations of research problem, right? Enables you to make a purpose of your study clear to yourself and target renders. Formulating a research problem is important because of the quality and relevancy of research work completely depends on it. Formulating a research problem requires a series of steps given below. Number one, identify the broad study area, then dissect the broad area into sub areas, then mark up your interest, then study research questions, then set out objectives, then assess your objectives and check back. Okay, so guys, whenever you have selected a problem, okay, you have to formulate from that point. Okay, but here I can give you a simple example. Suppose you want to write a thesis or dissertations on the teaching of Lord Buddha or your teaching of Jesus Christ. Okay, so guys, there is a lot of teachings of a Jesus Christ. Okay, you cannot write all the teachings in a 100 pages in the case of a MEd, right? And you cannot complete all the teachings of a Lord Christ within a 1 year and 1.5 years. So what you have to do? You have to break it. Okay, you can take the one portion of a teaching of Lord Christ or Lord Buddha, okay, on which you can make your thesis, right? So any kind of a topics you can take, either with the educational research or either the general topics you can take. Okay, if you have a personal inclinations, that topic you can take. Okay, so now we talk about delimitations of a research problem. So always it is a good method to delimit your research problem, right? You have seen now my example, the social media effects on the people's age, right? So after that, I have refined. Refined means I was delimiting my problem. So then I have delimited my problem. Social media, Facebook have the effect of under 90s on the adolescent. This is called delimiting, right? But here we understand clear meaning of a delimitations of the research problem. Delimitation of the problem means specifying as to what is to be done with the problem and what of the same is not to be done with the problem. Got it? Sometimes now what happens, research scholars, you are the research scholars, you are doing the MEd, you are doing the PhD. PhD is the highest level of a qualification on this planet, guys, right? So you are the scholars. So sometimes what happens, you choose a wrong topic and later on you come to know that you are not getting the data, resources and time to complete your thesis. So guys, it is a good practice in a starting, you should have the knowledge of RM, matlab research methodology. This topic, this paper is also a research, right? So you should have the knowledge of these all the topics. After that, you have to select the topic. Then everything should be in your mind. Whenever I have to select the topic, these all the points I have to keep in my mind. Even I have to refine my topic, I have to delimit my topic, where I will, in starting, I will clear that what I have to be done and what I don't have to be done, right? So delimitation of a problem means specifying as to what is to be done with the problem and what of the same is not to be done. Delimitation narrow your study to make it more manageable and relevant to what you are trying to prove. However, the delimitation of study is the explanations of the scope of the study. Delimitations are the definitions you set as the boundaries of your own thesis or dissertation. So delimitations are in your control, right? What are the examples of a delimitation? You have to delimit your research objective, means whatever the topic you have selected. Okay, naturally there are some objectives, you have to delimit your objectives. You have to make only 2-3 objectives, 4 objectives. Okay, research questions, you can delimit your research questions. Variables you can delimit, right? How many variables we have taken in today's example? 2 variable, social media, Facebook aa gaya, and the study attentions, right? Population chosen as a target to study, you can delimit your population also. Malab on which students you have to work that. Statistical analysis technique you have to delimit, right? So these all things we have to delimit whether we have to select a research topic. Okay. Okay. Now, what are the characteristics of a good research problem? Good research problem must be researchable, right? Means whatever the topic you are selecting, it must be researchable. Means there is a need to research on that topic, because there are a lot of things, lot of topics in the world where there is a need to work upon it, right? Good research problem can be stated clearly and concisely. Good research problem generates research questions. Research problems means research. Third one, research questions means there is a gap in the study. Okay, basically, there is a one definition of a research said by one of the author. He said that research means whatever the previous researcher has left, we have to start from there. This is called research, right? So this is the reason, guys, from the Stone Age, we are today in the technological age. Huh? Are you agreeing? Na? From the Stone Age to technological age, due to the research, right? And research by the student, teachers, principals, administrators, right? All the persons. Okay. So this is the now the new education policy has come. It is a collective effort of all the persons, teachers, principals, authorities, right? Good research problem generates research questions. The variables in the problem must be clear, right? Variables are, you have seen social media, Anna, right? Then I have refined, I have cleared the variable, then I put it Facebook, because there are so many social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, there are so many. So that's why characteristics of a good research problem is that the variable, whatever you have chosen, it must be clear. It must have a goal. Now, guys, you have seen that, right? I have a goal because I'm dealing with the adolescents in a school. You know that up to 12th class we deal, up to the 10th class we deal. Basically, we deal with the adolescents, children also, adolescents also. So I have the goal. This should be the current research topic. Basically, Facebook effects on the study attentions of the adolescents. So I must have a goal. I can take this topic, I can work on that topic, right? Next, it should relate to one or more academic field of study. It should have base in the research literature. Sufficient data are available or can be obtained. The researcher methodology strengths can be applied to the problem. It should be free from ethical constraints. And last, characteristics of a good research problem is that it should have the potential to suggest directions for future research, right? So guys, you have seen that in my topic, which whatever I have selected, it is meeting all the criteria of a good research problem. Okay. My topic is, impact of a Facebook on the adolescents or under 90s, right? So it is a researchable. Okay, first point is clear. It is stated clearly and concisely. Second point is meeting my topic. Third is it naturally it creates a research questions. Okay, variables are clear, having a goal. Okay, related with the academic field. It has a base in the research literature. Naturally, it has the base because these are called the, you can say that the distractors. Okay, so being student, right, we have to remove these distracts, right? So teacher, principals, they will tell us. Okay, they can organize a seminar. Such kind of a impact does on the students on the psychology. So naturally, it has a base in literature. Scientific sufficient data are available. There is a lot of data available. Okay, we can get from the internet, books, right, journals. Okay, so these all the points are meeting my topic, right, guys? Thank you so much, guys. So today we are done with the all the related with the research problems. Okay, meaning of research problems, sources of research problem, selections of research problem, how to define the research problem, how to formulate research problem, how to delimit the research problem, and last, characteristics of good research problem, right? Preparations of a research proposals we will do the in the next lectures. Okay, guys, thank you so much for today's topic. So I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you so much.